Hi guys. So the book I chose for this class is called Drive by Daniel H. Pink. It's a very good book. It pretty much relates to what I want to do. And what I want to do is I've been thinking about doing my master's in leadership, and it relates a lot to leadership in regards to how you treat your employees, how you want to reward them, and it kind of shows you a different way on how to treat and motivate your employees. When I picked up this book, I wasn't aware of how good this book was going to be, and I finished it. I just recently finished it, and one of the things that I learned is that you can't always motivate people by just rewarding them with just a raise, because if you give people a raise, of course they're going to feel motivated, but then what happens after that? Did they continue to work at the same pace before they got their raise, or is their motivation going to go down because they already got the money? So what else are they going to do to get another raise? So basically, it just goes beyond that on how you treat your employees, how you want to motivate them to keep up their pace. One of the things that I learned is that sometimes you can give people the space and time so they can develop themselves. So let's say, for example, Google, they will let their employees work at their own pace. They work on a project, but they will work on their own pace because that will allow them to be more creative rather than working on a deadline. And so those are the things that I'm trying to apply with my job. Even though my job has a lot of deadlines, because it's very, I work for the promotional products industry. So if somebody has a convention, they need stuff to give away, they come to us. So what I do is, for me to motivate my employees, is that we work on several projects. So what I do is I assign them projects, and I usually give them. I don't give them a time frame. So I tell them this is what I need done. I give them direction on where I want them to go with this project, and whether it's putting away inventory, whether it's receiving inventory, um, whether it's cycle counting. I want them to do those things at their own pace. So just to make sure that they get it right. Of course, you want to follow up with them to make sure that they're getting it done, because you just don't want them to say, you know what, do it whenever you want. Say, you know what, I need you to take care of this, and you just want to follow up with them. And those are the things that you want to. You don't always want to crack the whip. You don't want to micromanage them, because sometimes employees they feel very threatened when you're micromanaging them. So that's one of the things that I learned from reading this book, which I'm trying to apply to my everyday work, and I like it a lot. I mean, I think it took me out of that mentality of I should give this person a raise, um, so they can continue doing a good job. I mean, eventually you want to reward your employees, but also you want to get the best out of them every day, not just whenever it's time to do a review, because then what happens is that they it's what they expect. They say, well, I'm not going to do this until I get a raise. Well, no, you're going to get your raise, but also this is what I need from you. So you always want to, you don't want to make them feel like they're, that they're coming to work and then they go home and that's it. You want them to enjoy themselves. You want them to enjoy work, because I mean, work is work. That's why it's called work and not vacation. But at the same time, you don't want to stress your employees out, and that's one of the things that I like about this book. That it taught me how to motivate my employees beyond that mentality of, they have to expect something. You don't always want them to. You want them to expect something good, but at the same time, you want to reward them with other ways. Like I said, you don't want to pressure them. You don't want to give them a limited time frame to do things. So I mean, like I said, I like it a lot, and I plan on uh, probably buying the other books that he has, which is called "To Sell Is Human" and "A Whole New Mind." And I'm very, like I said, I want to get into leadership, and this is something that is going to help me along the way. All right, so I like this class. It's opened me up to a lot of things that I didn't know, and I want to thank the teacher because she's been great. She's been very awesome. Thank you guys.